All right, so you're getting ready for your ASP or your CSP exam. And let's be honest, that math section can feel like a pretty big wall to climb, right? Well, you're definitely not alone in feeling that way. So in this explainer, we're going to break down all the essential math you absolutely need to know. We're leaning on some fantastic guides from QHSE Talks to help turn that exam stress into some real confidence.
You know, it is completely normal to feel a little rusty. I mean, think about it. Most of us are experienced safety pros. We've been out in the field for years, solving real hands-on problems. We haven't been sitting in a math class trying to remember trigonometry or how to rearrange some crazy formula. But hey, the exam needs it, so let's get those skills sharpened up together. So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about the CSP Math Challenge and why it's a big deal. Then, we'll build your essential math toolkit. After that, we'll put those formulas into action. And finally, we'll connect it all back to the official exam blueprint. Simple as that. All right, Section 1, the CSP Math Challenge. And this is all about why this math matters way more than you might think. It's so easy to see this as just, something you've got to get through to pass the test. But trust me, these skills are foundational for what we do at a higher level. See, the math they test you on, it's not just random, abstract stuff. It's literally the language we use every day to do our jobs well. We're talking about calculating forces in rigging, figuring out containment volumes for tanks, understanding the core physics that keeps people from getting hurt. So getting good at this isn't just about acing an exam. It's about becoming a master of the science of safety. Okay, so now for the good part. Let's build up your essential math toolkit. We're going to focus on the exact things you need, the core concepts, the must-know formulas, and even a few little memory tricks to help you solve these problems fast, and more importantly, get them right every single time. First things first, we have to talk about PEMDAS. This is the golden rule of math, the order of operations. You probably remember it as, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, right? This isn't just a suggestion. It is non-negotiable. It's how we make sure an equation has only one correct answer. Honestly, if you master this, everything else we talk about is going to be so much easier. It's the bedrock for everything. Okay, next up is how we handle really, really big or really, really tiny numbers. Now, you've probably seen scientific notation before, but in our line of work, engineering notation is a little twist that's super handy. It keeps the powers of 10 in multiples of 3. 10 to the third, 10 to the sixth, 10 to the ninth. So why does that matter? Well, it lines up perfectly with the SI prefixes we're always using, like kilo, mega, giga. It just makes all that technical talk a whole lot cleaner. All right, let's talk algebra. Now, yeah, you should probably have a passing familiarity with logarithms and the quadratic equation. But the real game changer, the superstar skill for the CSP exam, is transposition. What's that? It's just your ability to rearrange a formula to solve for whatever piece you need. The exam loves to give you a formula like Q equals V times A, and then ask you to solve for A. So you've got to be able to flip it around to A equals Q divided by V, just like that. Nailing this skill will save you so much time. And now, for everyone's favorite subject, trigonometry. Hey, don't sweat it. Seriously, all you really need to commit to memory is one powerful little phrase, SOHCAHTOA. That's it. That's the magic key. It unlocks pretty much any problem that involves a right triangle, and it lets you figure out the connection between angles and sides. And that is absolutely crucial when you're calculating forces. Okay, so we've got our toolkit packed. Now it's time to actually use it. This next section, Formulas in Action, is where the rubber meets the road. We're going to apply these concepts to the exact type of problems you're going to face on the exam. First up, let's cover the basics, the two-dimensional shapes. Look, these formulas for area and perimeter are the absolute building blocks for more complicated stuff later on. There's really no way around it. You just have to memorize these. And if you're going to focus on one, make it the area of a circle, pi r squared. That one pops up all the time. Okay, now let's jump into 3 dimensions. Being able to calculate the volume of things like cubes and cylinders, that's not just for fun. That's a direct skill you need for things like calculating secondary containment capacity for a tank. And again, pay special attention to the volume of a cylinder, pi times the radius squared times the height. That one is a biggie. All right, let's do a quick practice run. This is a classic exam-style question. So, you've got a tank. It's a cylinder, it has a radius of 5 feet and a height of 12 feet. The question is, what's its approximate volume? Go ahead and think about it for a second. Got your formula? Okay, let's walk through it together. So here's how you break it down step by step. Step 1, you grab the right formula, which is volume equals pi times r squared times h. Step 2, you plug in the numbers we have. So that's pi times 5 feet squared times 12 feet. Do that first part of the math and you get 300 times pi. Finally, you do the last calculation and you end up with about 942.5 cubic feet. See, it's all about having a process. You follow the steps, you get the right answer. Okay, let's tackle a trig problem now. This is a classic rigging calculation you might see. Picture this, a 2,000-pound load is being lifted by a two-leg sling, and the angle is 30 degrees. The question is, what's the tension on each sling leg? So we pull out our friend SOHCAHTOA. The load on each leg is half the total, so that's 1,000 pounds. That's our opposite side. The tension we're looking for is the hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse, that means we're going to use sine. So the sine of 30 degrees equals 1,000 pounds divided by the tension. We rearrange that and we get tension equals 1,000 divided by the sine of 30. The sine of 30 is just 0.5. So 1,000 divided by 0.5 gives you 2,000 pounds of tension on each leg. And that's the key takeaway. That low angle doubled the force on each sling leg. That is a critical safety concept. Okay, so we've gone over the tools and we've seen how to use them. For our last section, let's connect all the dots. This is where we show you that this isn't just a bunch of random math problems, it's all part of a bigger picture. Here's the thing you have to remember. This isn't just random math that we think you should know. It is the specific language of the official CSP Blueprint 11. The Board of Certified Safety Professionals is literally telling you what's on the test, and all these math skills we've covered are baked right into it. And this table just makes it crystal clear. Take a look. All that geometry stuff with volume and area, that plugs directly into Domain 6, calculating containment volumes. The trigonometry we did with angles, that's right there in Domain 6 for physics and forces, and in Domain 1 for rigging. And remember that transposition skill we said was so important? That's what you need for applying physics equations again in Domain 6. See? It all lines up perfectly. There's a reason for everything we've talked about. So let's boil it all down. What are the key things you need to walk away with? First, master the order of operations, PEMDAS. It's the law. Second, you have to memorize those core geometry and trig formulas. No shortcuts. Third, practice transposing equations until it becomes second nature, until you can do it without even thinking. And last, always connect what you're practicing back to the CSP Blueprint topics. That way, you know your studying is focused and has a purpose. So please, don't look at the math as the barrier that's trying to stop you. It's not. It's the foundation. It's the solid ground you're going to build all of your advanced safety success on. You've got the tools now, and you know how it all connects to the blueprint. So go out there and build your success. And hey, if you want to go even deeper on this stuff, I highly recommend checking out the full CSP Chapter 5 episode and all the other resources from QHSE Talks. You can find them on YouTube, LinkedIn, and even Pinterest. They've got some really fantastic material to help you keep learning. Thank you so much for watching this QHSE Talks Explainer. We hope it helped. Now go on and absolutely crush that exam. You've got this.